Welcome back to another episode of Minekingdoms. So we ended off last time with creating the warehouse. So the warehouse is nice and all, but we need a citizen to be able to actually interact with the warehouse. So for that, we need the courier. So I kind of figured where I want the courier hut to be. It's pretty close to the warehouse, still not too far from the housing next to the builder's hut. So it's in a pretty good location, and it's right on the border, so it'll give us a little bit more expansion. Um, and I like that we're not kind of using like a grid or a pattern to place every building to make it look too like modern city-like. I like that stuff's going to be kind of where it's at, and then we can build roads in between afterward. So decided this is where I want it, and this is the style I want. So at level 5, this is what it looks like. Looks pretty nice. I went with this style though because it is a lot smaller than the other one. The other one's massive. And this building should not have to be massive because it literally only exists to to be a place for the courier to start their job. Like, there's no reason it needs to be that big. So we are going to go ahead and pop it down. We have our little thing in the tree. So we have two level 2 builders now. One of them is working on the forester level 2. But the other one should work on this one here. So we can go ahead and assign, I think it is Elsa that needs a job. Just literally all spruce and dirt. All right, so we're going to request to build the building, and we're going to get this going. All right, so one thing I find myself doing pretty much constantly is just cutting spruce trees over and over and over again. So the level 2 logger is almost done, and I think we might instantly try to upgrade a builder's hut and then take that to level 3. That way our logger can use better tools, and then maybe start with a university for some research. So the universities allow you to spend resources and time to research things for your citizens. Stuff such as increased walk speed, increased block break speed, increased block place speed, and there's increased health. There's all sorts of things you can learn from research. So we should probably start that pretty soon. But before we can start that, we're going to need more houses. So we have like a long list of things we need to do. There's always something to do in Minecolonies, which is probably one of the best mods out there. Because a lot of the times in Minecraft mods, you kind of get lost. Like, okay, now what? But in Minecolonies, there's always something to do. So I think that might be the kind of play we're working on now. Finish the courier set, create some houses, upgrade a builder, create a university, and then upgrade the logging house, the forester. It's quite a bit of stuff that we need to get done, but I like that we have a clear direction. Another thing that we really need to start working on with our villagers is food. So they're getting pretty tired of only eating bread. I'm feeding them some other stuff occasionally, like when I have fish or beef or something, I'm feeding them that as well. But we need a way to automate food and create a restaurant so that they can just go to the restaurant whenever they're hungry instead of me having to manually feed them, because that does take up a good chunk of time, having to run around, find each citizen, and feed them. So I'm honestly not sure what to do for food, so I would love some comments on some suggestions. Should I do a Minecolonies building for food? Should I do something with create? So I would love a little suggestion in the comments, because I'm currently lost on that. Alright, as I've been just kind of infinitely chopping wood for the last bit, I kind of decided on a different type of route. So we still do an upgraded builder soon, we still want to get that courier, but instead of upgrading the logger, the forester, to level 3 right away, I'm thinking about going for a level 2 mine and getting that going, because mines do take time to not only, build, but also to set up, because they have to dig down a specific area, and then they need a bunch of wood and stuff to get them there, and it's a whole process. But once they get there, they'll start to collect resources for us. And full transparency, I did turn the rates up for the miner a little bit, because in the past I've used them and they've been absolutely like not worth it at all. And I want to actually be able to rely on the mines for like all of the mining. Eventually, I don't want to ever have to mine again. Because in the end, I'm just going to be the city planner, right? I'm not going to have time to go mining all the time or chopping trees all the time. In the early game, yeah, that's what makes sense. That's what we got to do because we don't have that infrastructure yet. But in the later in the game, we're going to be the city planner. We're going to need to take care of the needs of the citizens. We're going to need to plan the new buildings. We're going to need to plan upgrades. Like your citizens can't do that. You have to be the one to do that. And when we have 500 citizens in the end, like that's going to take a lot of time. So I don't have time to go mining all the time for iron when our people need new iron tools. So I think that's going to be the little shift we do. We're still going to finish the courier, and then we're probably going to build a house. And then after we build the house, we can build the miner, and then we're going to try to recruit somebody after we build the house from here, from the tavern, that will be good for mining. And I'm not entirely sure what the mining stats are right now, but see, we can get people with like 20 stats to start with. All right, so D'Angelo, or Dangelo as I like to call him, now has enough resources to get the courier built. Once we have the courier built, our last remaining citizen that's hanging out over there right now will become the courier, and we'll start to run the items as people request them, as long as they are in the warehouse. They will also be able to pick up items from different areas and move them to the warehouse preemptively, which is going to be super nice for when people need spruce wood. Like if they need logs, they can be like, hey, I need logs. They can run to the forester, bring them to the warehouse, and then they can bring them to wherever they need to go. So the next step kind of in the whole courier process is getting the crafters. We're not doing that right now, but I just kind of want to talk about it. So eventually you can get people that will craft things as they're requested. You know, like there's a stonemason. They're like, hey, I need some cobblestone stairs. Then your courier will bring cobblestone to the mason, and then the mason will create the cobblestone stairs, and your courier will bring it to whoever needs those items. So that's kind of how it works there. So that's kind of the power of the courier. Auto crafting is like super valuable here. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to plan at a house, and we can plan that together. So house. Oh, not a house. Is it a residence? I think it's a residence. Okay. Just takes a torch and some wood, which we should have on us. Don't have a torch. How do I not have a torch on me? I gotta get these chests cleaned up too. This is a nightmare. So we just need a torch and some wood, and that will pop out a residence. And we will probably put the residence near where we think we're gonna have the mine, because again, people like to work near where they live. And I'm kind of thinking back here, and what I want to do with the mine is I want to click to show caves on our map, and I know there's a way. Cave layers, there we go. There's a way we can look down to make sure we're not going to run into a bunch of caves. So actually going north a little bit would be beneficial, a little closer to here if we can, because it's really annoying when they run into caves when they're trying to build their mine shaft. Let's go a bit to the east. Let's go over here. I think this right here would be a pretty good spot for the mine itself, because they're not going to really run into too many caves. As you can see, yeah, it's really annoying. Like if they would end up in this area, that would be a nightmare. It would cost so many resources to fill that in. So we're just going to go here. This is where we're going to put the mine, and I'm going to mark this with, I don't know, just a piece of plank. And then we need their house to be somewhat close, so I'm thinking just kind of right here, you know, the place we were considering having the mine at first. So let's go ahead and pop out our build tool, fundamentals, residence. We actually have 3 options. Okay, we can kind of check this out. So that one has wheat shingles. You know, that's already I don't want to deal with that. Oh, that has wheat shingles. Does this one have wheat shingles? Because if it doesn't, we're going to go with this one, because I don't want to have to deal with that. I'd rather mine cobblestone than get those shingles. Okay, so this house at a level 1 is pretty nice and small. You don't want your residences too big, because you're going to need a lot of them. I will eventually be doing all types of residences, though. We don't want our, you know, our whole colony to look the same. But I mean, honestly, just right here, maybe we bring it to the right a little bit and break all these berries and stuff. Get in my way. Maybe a couple more blocks. It's still close to the where the miner's going to be. It's kind of in its own little area. Actually, that's really close. We're going to bring it back to the left some more. I realize it's really close to the town hall. So this real estate later on, once that town hall is built, ooh, it's going to be expensive. Let's back it up some. Let's go here. So this is going to be our first residence. We can also level up residences, I believe, to get them more beds. So I'm not sure if a level 2 residence will increase the amount of capacity, but I would rather level up a residence than build another residence. So if that's the case, we're going to be leveling this one up before building more. Okay, so I've decided that the mine is actually going to be our first non-medieval spruce building. We're actually going to be doing it the medieval oak. Honestly, there's two main reasons. Reason number one is to kind of break up everything looking the exact same. And reason number two is we have so much oak and a lot of this building is going to be underground that it'll be a good use for our oak that we've been storing up. So what we need to do is we need to see, look, level 1, not even that bad. It'll take not much to create this, but the real cost of the mine is what comes underground. So let's go ahead and flip it this way. I like that they will come from their house and they'll run up this way to get to the mine. Let's see. I might just drop it right there. I bring it back a couple blocks. All right, let's look at what it would look like at level 5. Yeah, that won't really work. We'd have to change the terrain quite a bit. Remember, I don't want to change the terrain too much. So I'm thinking pushed back like this would be better. We don't have to change the terrain that much. I really like how this looks at level 5, though. I really like that. And it still has like dark elements, like this darker brick, like the coal. Like it'll go well with the rest of our civilization. So we're just gonna pop it straight down. Shows us the area we need to clear out. We'll get it cleared out. We'll get a builder on it. All right, so we have everyone assigned with their work right now, and we officially have a courier. It's going to be Robin Reeves. Again, soon when I get name tags, I'm going to be renaming the citizens after channel members. So if you'd like to be named, consider joining. And now, Robin actually needs something from me. What do you need? Oh, you need food. Of course you need food. What do you mean? You got zombie flesh. Okay, so now what we can do is we can kind of hang out in the warehouse whenever we have stuff that needs done. And we can grab a resource scroll and be like, okay, so we need cobblestone, ladders, oak fence, oak planks. We need all of these things. Like I saw oak logs as one of them. We can just pop some oak logs in here. Now Robin will come pick these up and she will deliver them to the builder's hut that needs those items. So now we can just kind of work out of our chests for a little bit and get everything that our citizens need without having to run back and forth between the builders' huts. And they will also keep it organized by themselves a lot better than I would. All right, one thing I should have built crafted a while ago, is a clipboard. So what this tells me, this will be able to tell me all open requests from my villagers. So people are going to need a lot of tools, right? And why do I keep doing that? And instead of me having to constantly run them tools whenever they need stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a bunch of deep slate, grab a bunch of sticks, and we're just going to make a ton of tools to store, a bunch of stone tools to store in our warehouse. This way, whenever someone needs a new tool, they will just be able to get it from the warehouse really easily. There we go. Perfect. In our courier, we have plenty of storage space right now. We'll just be able to come here and grab out the tools and run them to where they need to go. What the heck? We just got invaded by pillagers. And they killed one of our citizens. They killed Robin. I gotta take these pillagers out before they kill anyone else. That is insane. I'm gonna die. What the? I just died to the pillagers. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. What do I have in here? Anything? Nothing. Oh shoot. Looks like the pillagers left after they killed me. Which is good and bad. I mean, we still lost. We still lost a citizen. Well, I guess now's the time where we can try to recruit one, so we don't have sunflowers. We should be able to get gold. You're really not that great. Well, that really stinks. What's this? Wait, Bailey? I think we immediately just got a new citizen. I think it's like, oh, Haley. It's like, oh, that sucks that your citizen died. Here, just have a new one instantly. Okay, whatever. Looks like she's already doing the job of the courier too. That's really funny. All right, we are going to end it off here on this one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. When we come back next time, I will have these 2 new buildings built. I will have our mine finished, and I will have our residence finished. You can see that Dangalo's still getting to good work, but it's going to take him a while. And it's going to take me a little bit longer to collect the resources for the house. So thank you for watching this video. And please leave some suggestions in the comments. What type of food source should I do? Any other suggestions for the colony, please leave them in the comments. And I hope you have a great day.